Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing green, official weight 112 kilos. A perfect professional record consisting of 24 fights, 24 victories, including 18 big wins by knockout. From Haitian, Lancashire, United Kingdom, the British heavyweight champion, the European heavyweight champion, the WBO International heavyweight champion, the undefeated #1 heavyweight challenger in the world, Tyson Fury. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red and officially weighing in at 111.5 kilos. He captured Olympic gold and now as a professional, 67 victories, including 54 wins by knockout, only 3 defeats. He's undefeated for 10 years. Fighting out of Kiev, Ukraine, and Hamburg, Germany, the reigning, defending, 3-time unified heavyweight champion of the world, the Weltmeister, Dr. Steel Hammer, Wladmir Klitschko.
Tyson Fury taking his time.
Okay, gentlemen, you both received your instructions in your dressing room. Okay, right here is good, anything below is low. Right here is good, anything below is low. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times, above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
The very experienced Tony Weeks. Light the touch paper. That rare few seconds in sport where we are all tingling with anticipation, the adrenaline flowing, the marvelous unpredictability. The big question, what happens next? It's a career-defining moment of truth for Britain's 26th World Heavyweight title challenger, Tyson Fury. He promises he wins by knockout. He might need to, for this is Wladmir Klitschko's territory, his world in Germany, the 19th defense in his second reign as champion, and he hasn't been beaten for 11.5 years. Crucial, the early seconds, minutes here, Glenn.
Yeah, well, he almost sprinted out of the corner. Tyson Fury, now he's looking for feints and trying to show the champion something. Trying to use his speed on the outside and then trying to establish a jab, but nothing yet, really.
And he started orthodox. Many felt that he'd go for the southpaw stance because of what happened with Wladmir Klitschko being defeated by Corey Sanders so quickly. But it is Klitschko that is trying to get hold of the middle of the ring, get his jab out. Can Fury confuse him, frustrate him early? And what happens when Klitschko lands for the first time?
Well, Klitschko looks quite anxious, quite keen to get in there, doesn't he? He's not normally as aggressive as this. He looks to get the center of the ring, but he's pushing Fury back, trying to get him into a corner or just to get him to stand still.
Upper body movement, trying to open his own jab up with a reach advantage, Fury. And it is normally the jab that is pivotal to Wladmir Klitschko's control of a ring. The jab and the following right hand, and watch out for that left hook too, but Fury is quick here.
Yeah, landed with a good jab there. Pretty much first off to land with a jab. His movement's quite erratic as he moves back though, as he tries to flick that jab from low.
They're getting close. The Fury leans on him and just looks down at Uncle Peter in the corner. His dad, John, at ringside as well. They've been very buoyant. And he's trying to talk to Wladmir Klitschko in there. Tyson Fury, as if to say he's not intimidated.
Well, they did say they were going to try and push him back. He's not managing to do that. He's pretty much on the run. Shoots a glance over at us.
Right hand from Fury.
Stop.
Can he find the Klitschko chin? Not many people have been talking about that. Klitschko floored 11 times in his career, but not for many, many years. His style readjusted by the late great Emmanuel Stewart and honed by Jonathan Banks now in his corner.
Well, it's Fury that's managed to land a couple of jabs and just missing there with the right hand, but he's getting off to a decent enough start. Tyson Fury.
Jab to the stomach as well from Fury. He's got the youth. Has he got the edge in speed? Very interesting opener. And Fury raises his arms aloft. How about that for a start, Carl Froch?
Well, Fury just looked down at me there and said 1-0. I give him a nod because I agree. I mean, he did the right thing. He came straight out to the centre of the ring, and he seemed to just meet Klitschko head on. But then Klitschko took the initiative with his footwork and backed up Fury, and I was a little bit concerned.
He's really fighting timid. He's going to slow down, but you got to keep putting pressure on him and don't foul him.
So listen, watch for that, fake double jab. When you get a chance as well, yeah, in this round, try what I've told you. Come out, zigzag, do the switch up. Yeah? Remember what I told you? Right? Try that with him. Just come off, it'll put him into his shell a bit, yeah? Listen, got to graft this job. You understand? Yeah? Fake everything, keeping him at bay.
I tell you what, he's weak as well.
Yeah, but watch for the shots.
Look for the right hand.
Look for his get to already,
Right hand he's looking for.
Looking for that right. Keep twisting him. Messing him around. Nice and
He's twisting away from the right, says Peter Fury. Jonathan Banks saying that he will slow down in the other corner. Here's the second. Wladmir Klitschko in his traditional red trunks with the white boots, the green and gold of Tyson Fury. If you need any identification. Two big mountains of heavyweights.
Well, his work's slightly erratic, isn't it? Fury, he's one way, then the other. He's feinting and moving his head, but he's landing with the jab.
Klitschko trying to get his jab established. Fury coming in lighter than usual at 17-8. Klitschko 17-7. Pretty usual for him and physically perfect. But can Tyson find a style as Klitschko gets closer? Is it all about confusing and frustrating him from the Fury corner at the moment?
Yeah, at the moment, I mean, he's this way and that way. He's trying to lead with jabs and then try and put a big right hand over as Klitschko closes the gap and looks to get his jab working. Very steady, Klitschko looks focused.
Tries a slapping, cupping right, Fury. Klitschko, his eyes etched with concentration. He's been here so many times before. He's turned back a host of unbeaten challengers. But Fury is big, he's different. And he rushes him and just flicks him on the chin there. And he's starting to use mind games as well, Tyson Fury. How's Wladmir Klitschko going to deal with the obstacle in front of him?
Well, he's shown good speed, isn't he, in that little sidestep and then lunged in with a right. He's managing to confuse Klitschko in there. Klitschko doesn't know quite what's coming at him with this style of... this jerky style of Fury.
Again, Fury smiles down at his blue corner, trying to get Klitschko out of that rhythm. Just flicking his eyes down the ringside. It's a real confident swagger about Tyson Fury. This is his first world title opportunity against a man with the experience, bucket loads of Klitschko.
Yeah, well, he certainly hasn't frozen, has he? He's, he's doing what he has to do at the minute. He's confusing Klitschko in there. He's trying to get his punches off. Neither one are really getting through with a great deal. As he rushes in again, Fury.
Inside the last 20 of the second round. Some people felt Fury would be blown away. Hasn't happened yet. He's got a foothold in this fight, even though it is so early. Slips around 2 down. How do you score that one, Carl?
That second round was awkward to score, but I don't know, you've got to say Fury is messing it up in there like I wanted him to, and he seemed to be throwing more shots. Klitschko looks to me, I mean, the second round I think was even. First round has to be to Fury just because he's throwing more shots. Klitschko to me looks like he doesn't want to detonate that right hand. He doesn't look settled. He's doing everything right with the feet, he's backing up Fury, but when he's in range, I mean, he's on the back foot here, taking shots, Fury's rushing forward and landing shots, and that's going to unsettle Klitschko, and this round's looking like Fury's in control.
Yeah, he's got to try and panic Klitschko a little bit, because when he has lost, that's what he's done. You know, he becomes uncomfortable, he doesn't quite know how to defend, and that's exactly what Fury's doing.
What a fascinating start to this IBF, IBO, WBO, WBA super heavyweight title defense for Kiev's Wladmir Klitschko, looking for victory number 65 in his stellar career, and Tyson Fury aiming for win number 25 and the big one, and he's turned southpaw for the first time.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's the best thing to do against a puncher with the right hand like Wladmir Klitschko. I think he hasn't got to make mistakes. He's got to try and keep it together, Fury.
Well, he's boxing similarly to he normally does, Tyson Fury, albeit the levels of the Derek Chisorias and the Hammers and the Martin Rogans, John McDermott's. Nothing really to prepare him solely for Wladmir Klitschko, but he's always felt he can get the better of this man. This is the guy he's wanted, no one else but Klitschko.
But he is managing to clown, look around, put his hands behind his back. But the thing is, Klitschko's not doing anything. Klitschko's poised in front of him, but you know, he's a bit wary about throwing his right hand and committing himself, which is a surprise.
He's not pulling the trigger, is he, Wladmir Klitschko? He's toying with the jab a bit like he did against Sultan Ibragimov all those years ago in New York, when Ibragimov, the southpaw, confused him at times. Klitschko won on points, but it wasn't vintage.
But nothing at all. Klitschko should be doubling up that jab and throwing the right hand, letting the punches go.
I think these tactics here are taking the play away from Klitschko, and he doesn't want to throw punches.
Tentative with the jab, Wladmir Klitschko, but is he just waiting, stalking for the moment that he can detonate a right hand? Fury has been down before. Steve Cunningham did it in New York, and people see him as a blown-up cruiserweight. But at the moment, he can't land on him, Klitschko. And Fury is like one of these wasps that's been flying around the arena tonight. He's buzzing about. He's just not letting Klitschko get settled.
No, he's not, and he's the one, if anybody, that's throwing the punches in this round. Klitschko then tries a left hook, doesn't work.
Tony Weeks will tell him off for that, back of the head. But he'll try anything in there to try and rough him up. Klitschko, light on his feet. That's what he looked like he's been working on, to try and pin Fury down into the corners in training up in the Austrian mountains.
A lot of these punches missing. Neither one has done a lot. Klitschko hasn't thrown anything really. He's just got himself in range and out of range without detonating any punches.
Tries the uppercut there, Wladmir Klitschko. Tough one to score again. Not a great deal landing cleanly yet, Carl.
No, there's not. I feel these tactics that Fury's employed really have taken the play away from Klitschko. And it looks to me, and dare I say it, the experience Klitschko's got, I'm surprised. He looks like he doesn't want to let the shots go. And I know what it's like when you're in front of somebody that's messing and moving and being tricky. You just have to jab the shoulder, jab the stomach, get your feet in range, and just try and get the right hand off. Even if it's low, just try and get in range around the shot. And it's not happening.
Everything he do is go come down here. You protect it when it's right here. As soon as it comes, start shoot a short jab, bop, and go right to the body. That's all you got to do is short jab, short up here, right to the body, and shoot another jab. He's not prepared for this. That's why he just keep moving around.
Jonathan Banks, who has been with Wladmir Klitschko for many years, both under the tutelage of Emmanuel Stewart, and the training camp very similar to the way Manny used to run things. That style that he reinvented for Klitschko after the knockout defeats. And there's a bit more urgency now to the Ukrainian.
Yeah, well, he just hasn't been throwing the punches, has he? So he's not going to hurt Fury if he doesn't hit him. So they want him in the corner to start, letting a few combinations go. And that's what he needs to do. Not just depend on the jab, throw twos and threes.
And the crowd rally to Wladmir Klitschko, who last time out in New York beat Bryant Jennings, but a couple of fifth-round stoppages before that against Alexei Leopai and Kubat Pulev. A wonderful left hook finished proceedings there in Hamburg. This is Dusseldorf. This is Klitschko land. It's all there for him, the stage. But can Tyson Fury continue this pretty positive start?
Yeah, it is positive. He's on the back foot, but he knows exactly what he's trying to do. And, what he is doing is making Klitschko stop throwing any punches. So, he's glancing around the ring. He's looking erratic. He's moving his head from side to side. And Klitschko just doesn't know what's going to come.
It's almost though he heard you there, Glenn, what you were saying, because he was almost nodding in appreciation.
Stop.
I mean, if we thought that he was going to lose that confidence somewhere along the way this week, or even in that ring tonight, no way. But Klitschko still hasn't landed one of his big shots, and that will be the real test, if and when he does.
No, he landed a decent left early in this round, nothing mega, but it was clean. Again, the punches come from different angles, don't they? It's not what Klitschko's used to.
He's up for battle here, Tyson Fury, flicking that jab out. And is the idea, because he was saying in the Gloves Are Off programming and others in the build-up, that it's the old man, that he's the youngster, that it'll make him feel his age somewhere down the stretch in this championship fight.
Well, Klitschko is closing the gap in this one. He's had most success he's had in the fight in this round, Klitschko. But still not getting through with many clean punches.
He's only doing more now, Wladmir Klitschko, as Fury switches stances, flicking out jabs and trying the right hand. How many of these punches are scoring punches from Tyson Fury? That's what the judges obviously have to mark.
Yeah, in this round there's not a lot. He's lunged a few times, but Klitschko's seen them coming.
The clapperboard.
Looked like a right hand landed there, Adam.
Yep.
Just shakes his head. Fury.
Better round for Klitschko.
Well, a much better round, more purposeful there from the champion, Wladmir Klitschko. Came out meaning business there, and he just looked a little bit ruffled from time to time. Tyson Fury, who got caught with the best punch at the end of the round, looked like he walked onto a right hand, which just shook him a bit.
Phasing backwards and forwards,
Tell me that, Cliff. Don't get in front of him going back like that. Keep turning him. Yeah? How do you feeling now?
All right, yeah. Second zone, please.
All right.
Feel all right. What are you reading to that, Carl?
I just think he's so relaxed. I can't believe what I'm seeing. And these rounds, I can't separate them. There's nothing in it. Klitschko, for me, he's not throwing enough punches. It's as simple as that.
53 knockouts on the Wladmir Klitschko slate. And for Tyson Fury, 18. Most critics predicted some sort of a KO finish, maybe early here. One or two said it would go long. What are you thinking right now, Glenn?
Yeah, well, he hasn't looked unduly worried. He got caught with a little right hand, but took it fine in the last round. He's just got to keep up this good work, keep up the movement. I mean, he's young enough to fight at this sort of pace, to keep moving, to keep coming in and out. Just needs to start landing with a few more punches. He's missing a bit too much.
Yeah, grabbing and holding a bit there, Tyson Fury. Wladmir Klitschko with all the seasoning and experience of these championship distances. There's a cut in there as well. We'll have a look at that right hand from Klitschko. A cut just under the left eye on the cheek for Klitschko. But he landed a shot straight after it. That might give Tyson Fury even more confidence if he needed any already. He is very much in this fight.
Yeah, he's in the fight, but he's just got to be wary of the right hand. Klitschko is now starting to find the range. He's starting to get a bit more accurate with that. All the time he'll be just trying to gauge that range. He's very brainy in the ring, and he'll be looking for his gap.
A head clash caused the cut. Not in a bad spot, and Stitch Duran is in the corner, as always, for Wladimir. When it comes to that, Tyson Fury, I think the tactics might be to try and tire Klitschko down the rounds, a la Ross Purity did back in the day, maybe. The extra freshness of Fury, possibly. But for Klitschko, he certainly upped his game in the last couple.
Yeah, he has. I mean, he's certainly making Klitschko work a little bit more. He's bouncing around the ring, looks fresh enough, looks good enough. He's got the center of the ring, Klitschko.
Right hand just shimmies past from Tyson Fury as he tries to win the battle of the jabs at range, and that's a right hand from Fury, and Klitschko just has to take that. He's not the biggest puncher, Fury, but he found a gap there and he landed well.
No, stop. Come on, keep it up.
Well, he's had plenty of respect for Tyson Fury, Klitschko, in the build-up, and I'm sure he's got even more now in the ring. Compelling.
Сейчас. С ним нужно играть. Промахнулся удары. В ответе. Вот такая работа должна быть.
Vitali now talking to him in the corner.
Yeah, there's the head clash. Accidental. But yeah, Vitali talking to him. I mean, he needs to look a little bit better. Fury is equipping himself quite well. I've got it even on my card. So, he's still very much in this, and he's not managing to get his swept past Klitschko.
Giving the right hand to the body and slowing down. How have you got it, Carl, at the moment?
I've got Fury winning that last round, and the ones before that, to be honest, I've got him shearing it. I cannot separate it, and I'm struggling to find scoring punches from Klitschko. He's really is cocking the right hand and not throwing it.
Might be tough for these judges, Cesar Ramos, Ramon Sergio, and Raul Caiz Sr. A mixture of experience there as Tyson Fury tries to attack again. You've got it level.
Yep. Good start from Fury. Klitschko's come back in third. I couldn't separate them. But he's thrown in confidence as he's talking to Klitschko in there.
Klitschko misses. Normally, he's more economical and effective. He pretty much had control over David Hay on that rainy night in Hamburg. He's not yet got assertive authority over Tyson Fury. Not yet, a long way to go.
Yeah, but he hasn't managed, Klitschko, to really start to dominate with that jab like he often does. The movement from Fury has puzzled him a bit. And then, the erratic punches that he comes in with, doesn't know quite what to expect.
Says he feels as good as ever, Vladimir. With the German TV RTL, says there's so much more in him. In there.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, he's putting up a good enough show, isn't he? There's nothing in it. You know, nobody's really starting to land with any significant punches, have they? Been an awful lot of punches missed from both men.
Definitely a tough one to score as we enter the final minute of the first half of this World Heavyweight title clash. The good news for British fight fans is that Tyson Fury is very much playing his part. Wladmir Klitschko cut on the cheek, taken out of his rhythm, hit at times, but is he doing enough to win the rounds on the judges' cards? It's a tricky one to assess that.
Yeah, I mean, it's very little either way, isn't it?
Stop.
I mean, he's for me, slightly the better. He's the one that's trying to engage, and he's landed couple of jabs and a right hand early on, but Fury's just missed for the most part. There's a lot of missed punches.
A great deal. Remember, we're in Germany, and Wladmir Klitschko's the champion, so Tyson Fury's going to have to rip this belt away. 6 rounds gone. Anyone's fight.
And you give him maybe opportunity to catch with these sloppy punches.
Shut behind your shots and catch him. Look, with this he is good, show him that, and just come around and switch up. Even if it's not going to land, just do it and watch what he does. Do you see?
I'm just worried that left upper when I do it.
Yeah.
Hold your hand up.
I'll try it now.
Don't try it unless you're confident. Yeah?
Good right uppercut there from Fury.
Looks like you're doing.
Letting the shot go.
Set because he's waiting.
Yeah, I think that was Wladmir Klitschko's round there. He was just throwing the jab to the stomach and getting his range. Like what I said he needs to do. He needs to do this a few rounds earlier, but I feel like he's getting a foothold in the fight now. He seems to be in a little bit more control, but still very little to split them.
And these middle rounds is where Arthur Abraham used all his experience against Martin Murray last weekend and just pulled away from the St. Helens man. Is that going to happen again with Wladmir Klitschko in the red trunks, looking for his 65th win and to retain this World Heavyweight title? The green and gold of Tyson Fury with Paris and Venezuela on the waistbands, his 2 children, Paris at ringside, pregnant with number 3, and announced today what a wonderful night it could be for Tyson Fury. But there's a great deal of work still to do.
Tries a copy and punch with a right hand.
Just hearing that Richie Woodall, one of our colleagues on the radio, has Fury a couple up, so it's going to be subjective, isn't it, this?
Yep, it is. If it stays like this, it could be very subjective. Could be some arguments here and there.
Remember when David Hay came over here and took the WBA crown for Nikolai Valuev? People had different scorecards for that one.
Stop.
But the feeling is that he's got to wrench it, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got to try and win big. He's a big hero out here, isn't he? Wladmir Klitschko, and he's a multi champion.
And he's been brilliant for the sport. I know a lot of people think he's dull or lethargic at times, but you know what he's done, and his brother Vitaly is they turn back challenge after challenge, and you can ask no more. They haven't avoided mandatories. They've taken on everyone. The win over Alexander Povetkin, the wide win, and he was meant to give him his toughest test.
Yeah, but this uneven and ragged sort of style of Fury is just given a murder. He looks to have a cut above the eye now. There's certainly damage around that left eye.
There is for Wladmir Klitschko, who was stopped late on by Ross Purity in the middle rounds by Lamont Brewster, and very early by the quick fists and big punching power of Corey Sanders. Was down a couple of times against Samuel Peter, but he came through that, and he has gone on to do so many great things in and out of the ring. But this is a difficult night for him. It's awkward.
Yeah, he's not having his own way. Look, when there's a fighter challenging Wladmir Klitschko, put his hands behind his back. He's not used to that, is he? You know, he didn't react there. He didn't jump in to land a punch. He's bemused a bit.
And jabs from Fury. That reach is giving him trouble. Wladmir Klitschko. And Fury will be throwing even more in confidence. Look at him.
Well, that was a Fury round. For me, it was ragged, but he did get the punches on that landed. Klitschko did very little in there.
Did you honestly, guys, think we'd be at this stage with a fight so evenly poised?
A lot of us that talked actually earlier on as the fight drew closer and closer, we thought Fury was going to struggle and maybe walk into one, even if he did go for it. And he seems to be going for it, but more messy than quality. But he's landing the shots, and the problem with the Klitschko's got, he's just not letting the right hand go. He's not throwing the punches. So I'm finding it very, very difficult to score. The fight's still very close, but Fury, for me, has just gone ahead.
The dulcet voice of Jonathan Banks, but it is not Emmanuel Stewart who is going back to the corner to listen to. And, you know, if there's more of a crisis that develops in this, will that play a part? I just caught a glance at Richie Woodall, who's got Tyson Fury 3 up. Others at ringside have got Klitschko just in front, so there's still so much ahead of us. 5 rounds to go. The world heavyweight title on the line. The gum shield was out, Tyson Fury. That's back to the bare knuckle days, isn't it? The born fighter.
Yeah, that's not going to bother him. Didn't even notice, I think. I think it was the corner that noticed.
And there's the wasp we were talking about. And that's giving him more annoyance than Wladmir Klitschko's punches at the moment, Tyson Fury.
Yeah, that's all you need, Klitschko and the wasp coming at you.
Trying to turn Klitschko round, rough him up, Fury.
Good jab landing there, a solid jab from Klitschko.
Yeah, he does the basics so well, doesn't he? When he needs them, he can call on it.
Yeah, but the thing is, he just keeps at it, doesn't he? His concentration is really there. But Klitschko, Fury can't afford to switch off it all.
And the crowd again rally behind Klitschko. 50,000 here at the Esprit Arena. There's pockets of Tyson Fury supporters as once again he glances down at you and Carl and at the corner. Extraordinary stuff from
he's done that a lot, hasn't he? Looking around, but you know, that's what he's like in fights, isn't it? He does that all the time. Often has a chat with some people. But this is better round for Klitschko.
Yeah, missing there, Tyson Fury. I think that's the big question. Is he landing enough to catch the eye of the judges? Clean punches. That was good.
Yeah, that was a decent left hand.
It's a brilliant performance so far, this, from the Manchester heavyweight, the Lancashire lad, 27 years of age, and has never proved himself at anything like this level or at anything like this sort of stage. And he looks like he's right at home in there.
Yeah. He's trying to get shots on, some are missing, the jabs landing from Klitschko, and again. But Klitschko keeping that concentration right the way through this. He's been there before, there's still a way to go yet. He'll be trying to get the big right hand on, or the left hook, right till the end, Klitschko.
Yeah, Tony Thompson gave him a pretty hard time first time around. Wladmir Klitschko, just with the awkwardness. Messi, scrappy at the end of that one. Well, it is no heavyweight classic, But it is absolutely enthralling, isn't it, Carl?
It is, yeah. I'm sitting here and I'm almost mesmerised with what I'm seeing. Fury's just doing what he wants to do. He's not really being effective. He's not landing any really eye-catching or telling punches. But he's taking Klitschko out of his stride. And Klitschko looks to me like, dare I say it, almost like a nervous amateur that doesn't want to pull the trigger. I think he's mesmerised himself with what Fury's doing. And he just hasn't settled down. Every time he gets in range, you think he can land the right hand. He just doesn't throw it. His corner really needs to have a word with him and get him motivated and get him going. He just needs to double the jab up, step in with the right hand, body or shoulder, just get it throwing because nothing's happening for him. Close fight, hard to split them, but I've got Fury ahead.
Yeah, they're saying in the corner that you've got to get on him. I think there's starting to just be a few bits of worry in the Klitschko corner.
Many people on social media have Fury in front. 4 rounds to go. It doesn't matter what any of us think. It's the 3 judges at ringside. But it's a really gallant display, this, from Tyson Fury. Some felt he was a no-hoper at this level, that he wouldn't be able to back up the boast. And although he hasn't hurt Wladmir Klitschko, he has annoyed him. He has taken him out of his rhythm, and he's continuing to do it.
Yeah, but Klitschko's just unable to settle. You know, unable to dominate the way he has. And I think that's a lot to do with the size and the movement of Fury.
He's hardly thrown a right hand, Wladmir Klitschko. It's as though maybe he's heard it or something. Is he just waiting for that one moment? Because by now, you know, where is it?
Yeah, but I think you've got to have a target that you think you can hit. And if you look at it, you know, it's maybe not the prettiest movement, but he's moving all the time, Fury. You know, that head is all over the place.
Tries the uppercut, Tyson Fury. Klitschko, there's the right hand, finally. He throws it, and Tyson Fury takes it. Flush on the chin, didn't move. But then just a little wobble with the legs. Was that a delayed reaction?
Yeah, in danger. He's just hitting on the back of the head. In danger, getting a point taken off him. Fury doesn't need that after such a good display so far.
And again, that's what happened with Martin Murray last week. Got to be so tight over here, away from home. But what a monumental effort this is from Fury. And still he tries to confuse Klitschko, turns him round. And that was inexperience there from the most experienced of world champions.
Yeah, well, he's not having it the way he normally does he? And that was, you know, when have we last seen that? A long time ago, when he's done something amateurish like that, Klitschko.
Stop. Turn around.
Well, he's in with a bigger guy in Tyson Fury. That was the challenge. They said that's all he really brings. The fact his size, his corner were very buoyant, weren't they? Klitschko would walk straight through him, that Fury's come in too light. What are you thinking if you're in Wladmir Klitschko's corner now? Are you thinking you're ahead, or are you thinking you're letting this slip away?
I think if Wladmir Klitschko, same as the corner, we'll all be thinking this is tougher than we thought. We didn't plan for this. He's doing an excellent job in there, Fury.
So close these rounds, but I can see how people have Fury in a handy lead. Carl, what's the latest from you on the card?
Well, I had it even up until the 6th round point, and then I've got Fury just doing enough to get in front and land the eye-catching punch. I mean, Klitschko landed a great right hand there towards the start of that round, but then Fury took the play away from him when Klitschko turned his back on Fury. Inexperienced well, it's not inexperienced, he's very experienced, but it looked like an inexperienced move where he turned around and came back to eye contact to a couple of punches. So they were scoring punches. So I've got that round even. I thought Klitschko was in front, and that's an even round.
Yeah, I thought Fury got the better of that one. Got caught with one shot, as you said, Carl, early on. But you know, the rounds are a lot like this. On that, you know, we're talking about, we're counting jabs here. We're not counting combinations.
Very difficult to score.
Well, it's been a frustrating and infuriating and difficult night for Wladmir Klitschko, who tries to get hold of that middle of the ring and pump the jab out. You've got it dead level.
Yeah, that's the sort of fight it's been for me, you know, one way then the other. Just minimal sort of advantages either way. Nobody has took a hold of this fight. Nobody is bossing anybody.
Looking for the big right hand. Fury turns southpaw again. Still Klitschko comes forward. Effective with that jab. At times disjointed, Fury, but I think that's all part of the plan.
Yeah, but I think that's working for him, Adam. I think that disjointedness, that erratic sort of style is not something Fury's ever had to deal with, and he can't figure it out.
I don't think he has watched the tapes of the old Klitschko. I think he's watched the tapes of the new Klitschko, and he's worked a way to give him a nightmare here, really. The crowd go quiet again. And a right uppercut from Tyson Fury. And now the Brits can be heard here in Dusseldorf. The Fury fans that have made the trip, they're starting to believe.
Well, I don't think anybody thought it would be quite like this, that he'd be right there in contention, maybe even ahead. Tyson Fury.
Looks bewildered, Klitschko, as he glances out of the ring.
Fury low jab, and then a wild swing trying to throw to the body.
You've got it level. We're just assessing the British press at ringside. Gareth A. Davis has Fury 2 up. David Anderson, Fury 1 up. Pat Sheehan 2 close to call. Jeff Powell, Fury 3 up. No one is voting for Klitschko, but that is the British press. As independent as they are, it is the British press, not the German press.
Yeah, but I must say, this is a very, very hard fight to score. You know, I've covered an awful lot of fights, and this one, you know, it's messy. It's not the cleanest fight. They're not landing with a lot of scoring punches. So, you know, it's what you like in a lot of these rounds.
Heads banging together, scrappy, awkward. Styles haven't blended to make a really good fight, but it's a really good story, isn't it, Carl Froch?
It is, yeah. I just saw Klitschko there, he pulled the right hand, he let the right hand go, and then he stopped before he was about to land. We're thinking to ourselves, has he hurt his right hand? But I don't think he's landed anything telling enough on an elbow or the top of the head to justify saying he's damaged his right hand. I just think he's boxing like he's gun shy. Doesn't want to throw the right hand because he's going to leave himself exposed to some sort of counter. Very, very disappointing performance from Klitschko. I expected a lot more. Fury's doing really well.
Yeah,
it really is.
Down, start touching the body. Just watch for that. Look.
Now have a look at the odds. Before the fight, it was 50 to 1 on the draw. It's into 7 now. Klitschko narrowly 13 to 8 on. It's a massive change, but they've still got Klitschko favourite.
Yeah, I mean, the draw has come in massively, hasn't it?
And like, keep on him now with the movements. Yeah. Just keep...
Will the champion, will he retain it on a draw? We've seen that a lot, haven't we?
6 minutes left of this absorbing world heavyweight title clash. No knockdowns, no big drama, but it has been a very, very interesting watch. Tyson Fury aiming to become a world heavyweight champion for Britain, the 26th challenger. Few have succeeded. John L. Sullivan, Frank Bruno, Lennox Lewis, David Hay, of course, the WBO held by Michael Bett, Herbie Hyde, Henry Akinwande, but this sort of belt, few and far between. The unified world champion, Wladmir Klitschko. What a story it could be, but it only could be at the moment.
Well, that story is getting closer and closer. I've got Fury ahead now by 1 round. and he's doing everything he has to. He's nullifying everything Klitschko's got.
He's been hit once, really, hasn't he? And he took that, and he's never looked in real distress at all. If anything, he's looked the more confident fighter from the opening bell, as if to say, my plan, my tactics, making you miss, making you feel uncomfortable in there. They've tried to take the control away from Wladmir Klitschko, and it's worked.
Yeah, good right hand there from Klitschko, and from Fury, and another one. And, you know, there's nothing from Klitschko now, is there? He's walking in, he's run out of ideas. Looking to try and
he's cut as well, again, by the right eye this time. Cut both sides. Right hand of Fury. Did he go in with the head there? What a frustrating defense this is for Wladmir Klitschko. He's looked stale. He's looked ill at ease. Now he's bleeding. And here comes Tyson Fury.
No, he just can't handle him, can he, Klitschko? He's never been able to handle him in this fight. He's cut over both eyes. He's getting hit with cuffing shots off Fury. They're not good shots, but, you know, he's getting through with them.
And what about the young legs of Tyson Fury as he holds? Is he tiring a little bit as he looks in his corner? He might need a big finish still. Left hook by Fury. Good shot. Klitschko takes it. Oh, my word, is the dream coming closer to reality for Tyson Fury? The Fury fans, the Fury corner, are cheering by 1 point off from Tony Weeks. Back of the head.
Well, he's been warned a few guys, but it didn't look to me. Klitschko was all over as well, and there didn't look anything intentional in there. It is rough, it is scrappy, but that he could well do without that.
How damaging could that be?
Going into that round there, so it was winning that round, so I've got to score that round. I don't know, is it classed as a 10-10 or is it a 9-9 round?
Yeah, that would be 10-10. It's a
10-10 round. Well, there you go, 10-point mod system, so it's a 10-10 round, and with the point off, obviously it's a 10-9 round to Klitschko, so it's Klitschko's round, and I've still got Fury 2 rounds ahead in what's a fantastic, but it's an unbelievable fight. Nobody thought it was going to go like this.
He got warned for hitting on the back of the head, but in reality, Klitschko had turned away. So, you know, I mean, he hadn't done anything wrong. Klitschko turned away.
Who knows what Cesar Ramos, what Ramon Sedran and what Raul Caiz have seen, what their notebook says, what their cards reflect. But it has been an unbelievable performances from Tyson Fury, the challenger from Great Britain, and Wladmir Klitschko has never set himself, he's never felt comfortable. He has been effective at times, but Tony Weeks took a point off Fury, and now he's trying to tidy it up.
Well, it's the 12th round, you know, they're tired, they're eager, there's a lot at stake. Klitschko going for it
with an uppercut. Clifton Mitchell shouting. So too Peter Fury and John Fury in the corner. He's raised his game, Tyson Fury, up to 3 levels to the biggest platform, the biggest stage. And is he just 2 minutes away from being crowned world heavyweight champion? Or have the judges got it totally differently?
Well, it's been a very hard fight to score, but for me, Tyson Fury's come on better in the last few rounds. He's unorthodox, but we knew he was going to be like that. But it's worked. Klitschko has never gotten a hold in this fight.
I'll ask you both this question. Does Wladmir Klitschko, as he lands a big right hand late on, deserve to hold on to his belt? never knows when he's beaten Wladmir Klitschko. A bad night, an off night, yes. But look at him now.
But Fury's still in there, still fighting, still spitting out defiance. I'm sure he thinks he's done enough to get this.
Stop, I got you.
Klitschko is desperate now. He's trying everything.
Klitschko's desperate, Fury's running on empty. As they both struggle towards the last 30 seconds. Fury has worked at such a pace. Klitschko is trying to stay with him. It's been so even at times. Difficult to score, but the feeling for me, Glenn, is that Tyson Fury deserves to be crowned World Heavyweight Champion in this performance, in this arena, out here in Germany.
Yeah, it's been the performance of his life. He's always said it was destiny he'd win the heavyweight title. He's fighting to the final bell. For me, he's done enough in this round to get it and to win the fight.
The bell's going to come any second. Still they throw out leather. Wladmir Klitschko holding on. Has he held on to his belt? Both of them raise their arms aloft. Klitschko feels he's done enough. Tyson Fury, he's up on the ring rope. And he believes it's his destiny. What a display from Tyson Fury. Whatever the judges say, he belongs at this level, Carl.
Great performance by Fury. Exactly, he's proved he does belong at this level, and I'm just now waiting in anticipation, as I'm sure we all are, to see how the judges have seen this.
Glenn has got it by 2 to Fury. I've got it to Fury. Carl Froch has got it to Fury. So many people at ringside, but it doesn't matter. It is the 3 judges that count. What does count is what a terrific display that was from Tyson Fury as Wladmir Klitschko, well, he knows what a tough night it's been. He's such an intelligent guy, he's so experienced, and that was the hardest night he's had in a decade.
Yeah, well, he did the talking, he told us all. Klitschko thought he was mad, but he's done exactly as he said he was going to do, and for me, he's done enough to win this and win it well. He's just confused Klitschko.
They look dejected. They look dejected. Vitali looks unhappy. Bernd Bonte, and they're celebrating in the Fury corner. And Wladmir Klitschko shows the respect. What a night it would be for Peter Fury. There's Huey in there. But you just don't know, do you?
No, I mean it was a messy fight. It wasn't a classic by any means. There wasn't a lot of punches landed throughout the fight. So it really is, you know, well, how the judges see it. I think a lot of people will see it different ways if you went round and asked at ringside.
Fascinating to see how the judges have got it. But for us, the heavyweight title should change hands. Will it though? It's in the hands of the 3 wise men. Will they be wise? Cesar Ramos, Ramon Cedran, Raul Caiz. Ramon Cedran, inexperienced from Argentina. Raul Caiz, very experienced from America. And Cesar Ramos, fairly experienced from Puerto Rico. Tyson's asking us now at ringside. He's checking with you guys.
What's up? Hold on, in the name of Jesus now, don't want me in this country.
Father John just telling us what a heart he's got. He's the new heavyweight champion. Wladimir waits. It's worrying moment for the champion. Vitali doesn't look happy. And his last defeat was way back in April 2004. Here we go.
We go to the scorecards. Cesar Ramos scores at 115 to 112. The same score from Raul Caiz Sr., 115, 112. And Ramon Cedran scores at 116, 111. all three scores to the winner by unanimous decision. From the United Kingdom, the unified heavyweight champion of the world.
There is a new era in heavyweight boxing. One of the biggest upsets in the last few years has happened here in Dusseldorf. He said he'd do it. It's unanimous on the cards. Tyson Fury, world heavyweight king for Britain. And it is elation here from the camp. Wladmir Klitschko is dejected but offers respect and congratulations as the champion he has been.